Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 10. So, in this episode, I'm going to be showing how I create kind of one of my actual little doodads over here, one of my growth acceleration modules for my things. I know I do have one over here that I could still fill up, but I want to make it an additional one because I kind of feel like I'm going to need a couple more things before we get going. So I'm going to need pipes, namely being I'm going to need at least 8 of the ultimate pipe upgrades, my pipe wrench, and we're going to grab a stack of item pipes. I've got a stack of Insanium farmland, and right now we're going to start off with, actually, I'm going to need one block to actually make this out of, and we're going to, I think, use some jungle logs. So I'm going to make it right over here. So essentially, the jungle logs will be the little down bottom layer. So let's just do this real quick. Let's go nice and simple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8, but that's going to be 8 total, and then we can go this way. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then now we just build this all over here. Perfect. Now we've got an 8x8 square down here, which is going to be perfect for plopping down our Insanium farmland. But I'm also going to need some more water. So we're actually going to need some water buckets. Water bucket. Let me remember how we use water essence to get water buckets. Nice and simple, water bucket. Just go a couple of you guys, and then what I should be able to do from here is just smack down a couple of these guys in the corners. So, actually in the centers, because I'm going to need 1, 2, so 1, 2. We'll go out like this for a little bit, because I'm going to need this space anyways for some stuff, because this is where the harvesters are going to go. So harvester 1, harvester 2, and then we can build a little bit down. And then we'll water bucket 1, water bucket 2, and that is going to be perfect for that real quick. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. I mean, overall, the goal of this is just to have actual consistent drops from all of the seeds, because I don't know if you guys saw the last one that I made, we were not getting consistent drops from all of the seeds. It was just pretty much from the ones on the corners, because the way I set up the growth accelerators, which was a little bit stupid because I used the same amount of growth accelerators as there were seeds. But then not all the seeds were getting growth accelerated, but a quarter of the seeds were getting double, or half the seeds were getting double growth accelerated, which was goofy. Just a weird way of setting it up, to be honest. But then we go water essence. We just go this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be perfect because we don't need to do much over here. We can just kind of... I mean, I will plop down some stuff underneath just for aesthetics' sake, but that's going to be that guy. Then we can just do pretty much the exact same thing over here. And the reason I'm making it 8x8 is because I want to have more generation for gold seeds, hop graphite seeds, iron seeds, copper seeds, diamond seeds, netherite seeds, and emerald seeds. And then this will also feed directly into our compressing stuff and our optimized system. So I have not done a ton of work in between episodes, but this is pretty much gonna be just an episode on showing you guys how to set up more efficient. This isn't the most efficient, it's not maximized for efficiency on materials, it's just more efficient than a normal setup would be. Anyway, we're gonna chuck in an awakened supremium machine upgrade into each of these guys, because we're not limited on awakened supremium stuff anymore. We're also going to chuck in a nitro energy cell that will actually be combined to both of them, which will be right here. And this guy will be taking out power and putting in power. And then from here, let's actually get ourselves our Insanium farmland put down, because there's no reason not to, really. It's just kind of a waste of time if we don't, because we got to get the seeds down before we can put the growth accelerators down. And the reason why I'm using Insanium farmland is it is the fastest by far. There's no, like, creative farmland that instantly grows crops, which would be cool, but... ah, dang it. Oh, that's a bummer. But what I should be able to do is Insanium farmland. We need 2 more. And overall, it's just a really cool, really optimized, really good way of doing this. And really happy with how everything's been going. That should be able to water up everything. And now we'll start getting seeds down. So, hop graphite seeds are what we're going to need in order to get the ultimate, essentially what we're going to need for, you know, reactors eventually. I'm not going to do that immediately, but it is something that we're going to need to do. Anyway, we're going to get the netherite, the emerald seeds down over here, and then the copper seeds are going to go there, the iron seeds are going to go there, and then the rest of these seeds are all the tier 1 and tier 2 seeds, which are going to just go and fill this space up right here. Of course, we got more honey seeds. I do have honey seeds growing faster, but having everything be consistent and laid out like this, as opposed to being in the perfectly optimized for speed and accelerated growth system, which is up a little bit, because essentially what it is just every growth accelerator or growth accelerant that doesn't cost us like all of our stuff, and it's kind of crazy. But anyway, we've got you guys, and then I guess I did some mismath, because we're left with a couple extra seeds, which are the fish and the sheep seeds, which honestly don't really matter, so I'm gonna chuck those guys back in there. And from here, we're actually gonna need some glowstone, so glowstone. Now we will chuck the glowstone, outlining this right along here, which is perfect. And the glowstone is so that these actually have light, because they need light to grow, and of course, when they're trapped underneath the growth accelerators, they won't really have a ton of light. So anyway, now we're going to get the item pipes set up, which the item pipes are just going to be a simple system, just perfectly straight pipes that go just like this, and that will feed right into you. So these guys, I'm gonna have to make a little bit of a joint over at that end, because it's a little bit more squirrely over here. But what I can do is I can just go like this. And that's perfect. And then I can chuck in the rest of the item pipes. Of course, these guys are all going to be pumping out. So what I can do is I can just install them real quick. Just install the netherite upgrades, because the netherite upgrades will actually allow them to move all of the actual products, because at the current rate, we're not going to be able to remove all of the products from these guys. Pipe upgrade. Pipe upgrade. Wait, did I miss one over here? Did I miss one? Ultimate pipe upgrade. Ultimate pipe upgrade. That one. That one doesn't have one? I want it. Ah. It's not letting me access it, so... oh. There we go. It was just being a visual bug. That's weird. But anyway, now we got the pipe wrench. And I'm realizing getting energy into this one is going to be a little bit different. But that's just because of how I had the other one set up, which I might be changing soon. But now we're going to get it all hooked up to the energy cables real quick. And of course, we're going to do this pretty much the same way. I'm probably going to end up using power cables, because you can put multiple within one block, kind of like the old Ender IO cable stuff. And it should be quite nice, but overall, I do think that they are the most optimized cables, as well as you can move through them. Like, they're not an actual solid block, it's just a essentially an air block with a cable inside of it. So it's like an actual cable IRL, which is nice because it means that we don't have to worry about a ton of stupid things. Anyway, let's get you as well, and then we can chuck away the... Wait, I'm gonna need way more of those cables. Cable. That's a can. Cable. There we go. And that should be enough because we already have stuff up there. So now what we're gonna do is growth accelerator. And the growth accelerators are just gonna go, you know, straight on. No reason for them not to. Because enough light's already getting in there for everywhere that we don't have to worry about really anything, which is great. I love it. It's actually amazing, to be honest. That we can just kind of plop these guys down and do as much as we possibly can to optimize this stuff. Even though it does get a little bit dark in the middle, it still gets enough light for them to grow, which is optimal. So then we chuck the energy cables on, and they're already going to be connected because we don't have to worry about that at all. Thanks to this little connection from that joint. But let's just do this real quick. Get every last one connected, and then these guys are going to be using quite a bit of power, but not an insane amount of power. I think they use 40 or 80 FE per tick, which is not crazy. But now what we'll do is these solar panels, we're going to go right there, and then right here, and right here. And this is the whole thing. So now, as they grow, they have power, they're going to grow, and then the seeds are going to automatically go in. This is crafting up our netherite, or not our netherite, nether star stuff. So that we have 3,000 nether star shards, which means we get 1,000 extra nether stars, which we'll then utilize to compress into nether star blocks, just like so, so that we can get even more nether star blocks, because nether star blocks are cool. And then from there we go nether star block times 1s. We have 38 of those guys, and we'll get 4 nether star blocks times 2, which is 81 blocks. So in total we have so many blocks of nether stars, it's absurd. You guys don't even understand. It's crazy. It's actually stupid. There's no reason for it to be this way. But we can chuck the jungle logs back in there, and now I'm actually going to show you guys how to breed trees. So /warp bee heaven. So in here are bees, and the reason why there are bees in here is to pollinate trees. So when you have, particularly, it's nighttime, so certain bees are out that aren't necessarily the best. So we're actually going to go home, and we're going to sleep because we want to make sure that things are going the way that they're supposed to. So plop you in there. Now we'll go to bee heaven. And now the lumber bees are out. So the lumber bees harvest wood and leaves, and in the process also pollinate things because they are interacting with trees. And the reason why we want the pollen is so that we can breed the trees, because in order to breed a tree, you need to have a bee pollinate or have a particular tree's kind of pollen and put it on the leaves, and then that leaf has the chance of, when you break it, giving you the sapling of the breeded tree pair. So it only works if you pollinate a tree that can breed with the other tree that you're using the pollen of, and you need the particular pollen in order to get a specific result, which is why I've been working so hard on gathering as many pollens as I can, as well as many leaves and other bees and such. So this has been going for quite some time because I AFK'd a little bit, and what we should be able to do now is when I break these, we're actually going to get some new trees because there's some pollinated leaves here. And when I break them, I'm going to get some sandalwood saplings, which are a new sapling that we haven't gotten yet. And it's going to give us that achievement. We're going to get some more pollinated leaves, which is going to give us purple heart sapling, because that's a new one, again, because I have set it up in a way so that multiple trees are going to be breeding together, and they're all going to be producing very specific wood types. That's exactly the ones that we need for specific quests, which is a very optimized way, and that's the reason why this isn't like a circle or a cube. is because to have it optimized, everything needs to be within a certain range, and it's a 4-block radius of these specific stuff, so we need to make sure that everything's going properly. Anyway, we got rose gum, mahogany caphawk, we got sandalwood, we got purple heart, pink ivory, Brazil wood we already had, and now I think that is all of the particular ones we're after, was those 4. So I should be able to harvest all these trees, and then we'll actually look into what we need tree-wise for the rest of them. By the way, I would recommend using, the reason why I'm using my pickaxe is actually because it has an insane level of fortune, which is what you need in order to get enough luck to get the specific saplings that you need, because it can be a little bit difficult sometimes. Anyway, we're going to get all of the saplings clicked in there, and then all the wood chucked away. Of course, we've got to loot all of the leaves and such, and the leaves, most of which are unfortunately not very useful. I'm trying to find a way to actually utilize them without just throwing them away, but at this point I might just start trashing them because they're taking up a bunch of space. But that's more based on the types and the amount of different types of leaves than it is about the amount of leaves, because we can store pretty much an infinite amount in each stack of our system. It's just about the specific type of leaves, because I think we've got a full netherite barrel full of different leaves types, which is quite crazy because that's almost 120 slots. But overall, we're getting a bunch of the pollen here, which is great. Although I don't think that there's a ton more things that we're going to need to pollinate, but if I need a particular sapling and I miss it, at least we're going to have that pollen just in case I need to rebreed it, because, you know, there's a chance that I mess up and I accidentally get rid of stuff or delete stuff, and having that as a backup safety plan is going to be great. So, anyway, now we're going to go into our quest stuff, and we're actually going to look into productive trees. So, last time I went for the pink ivory, the purple heart, sandalwood, and then, of course, green heart, which was a thing. And essentially, the reason why I went for that was just because we could get them all at once. Anyway, mahogany, red maple, rosewood and teak, rosewood and caphawk. What other things can rosewood get other than logwood? So, breeding trees, of course, you look into tree pollination. So, we can get cinnamon from the... So, we need teak and caphawk. So, teak, of course, we're going to grab 2 of. Caphawk, we're going to grab 2 of. Rosewood is down here. We're going to grab 2 of them as well. And these guys are actually going to go in a different arrangement. So, since the rosewood needs to go to the caphawk and the teak, what's going to happen is the rosewood's going to go there. Caphawk's going to go there. And then caphawk's also going to go there. Teak's going to go there. Teak's going to go there. And I think I'm going to grab 1 more rosewood because it needs to be going throughout everything. So, and now what we need is some bone meal, which hopefully I have a way to craft a rib. Withered rib, shoot. Bone. Skeleton. Skeleton essence. And can I craft up skeleton essence into bone meal, or just bones? Okay, holy, that's gonna be a lot of bones. Also, there's a much more efficient way of making singularities that someone told me in the comments. I forgot your name, I'm sorry. But I really appreciate you telling me that I can just utilize the thing known as, the sink to get infinite of whatever I need, really. Also, this teak is not wanting to grow, so... That's annoying. Come on, teak, will you grow for me? Oh, that's a bummer. What about you? Okay, you grew fine, you grew fine, you grew fine. Why is this teak not wanting to grow? Will you grow right here? Probably, because it's not next to a glass. There we go, perfect. So now we've got all of the different kinds of leaves all pressed up together, which is perfect. teak log, we got our teak saplings, we got our bone meal, but that's only going to be one small branch of this. So, red maple, mahogany. Okay, what can we breed a lot of? So European larch can breed with more things. So European larch, we're gonna actually check out what the European larch can breed with in order to produce things. So we need bull pine, which we don't have. We can make red maple from that. We can make I don't have sugar maple because that's another European larch one. European larch, there we go. And so then we get those guys. Bull pine is European larch, so we can bull pine. Silver fir we don't have yet. Alder we have, which we can get the balsam fir. Then the yew, and then we can silver fir, European larch. Silver fir is balsam fir and bull pine, so we need the European larch for that first. So what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna need the European larch right here. We're gonna grab 3 of you, and then I need to get, let's see, silver lime, spruce, alder. So alder is this one. 1, 2, actually I think we grab 6 of you guys, and then we grab 2 of each. So 2 of you, and then I've got spruce, 2 of you. It's the spruce sapling, and then we go alder, silver lime, which is this one, 2 of you, which is perfect. And then the yew is European larch and spruce as well. So we go 4 spruce, and then 6 European larch, and this should work perfectly. So these are gonna go into the normal spots that things go. And then also in the direct middle of you guys, and right here, because we want maximum coverage of these guys. So we're gonna grow them last, because the last ones overwrite the previous ones. And then we're gonna go alder is gonna be, I don't know if alder will breed with the other trees is the main issue, but we may need alder to breed with the other trees. So I'm thinking I do it like this. Alder's gonna go there. Then from there, spruce is gonna go there and there, as well as there and there. And then the silver lime are gonna go, I think we put 1 here. And then we can put, and I could put 1 here. I don't know. That one's too far up, because this is supposed to go there. There we go. Okay. I think I put another one over here. And then we get that to grow. So, silver lime, and then we'll grow the alder, grow the spruce, then we'll grow the European larch. Of course, then we grow this spruce. If it'll grow. Of course, it may just want to not. For no reason in particular, so we'll put it on this side, I guess. There we go, then we'll grow the European larch, then we'll grow the silver lime, more European larch, then we'll grow the spruce. Which doesn't want to grow again, so I'll put it here, I guess. The spruce are really picky. I don't know what the full requirements are for tree growth, but, you know, stuff wants to be picky, so it's fine. I also don't know fully what will grow with spruce, so we might want to check out as an additional add-on thing what will grow with spruce, because what I can do is, since this is growing, what we'll do is we'll take spruce and we'll give it a look at this stuff. So we have ash, and then we need bull pine, we need silver fir, which is bull pine, then we get the yew, and then we get birch, which is how we got the European larch. What about, for making this one, was those 2. What about alder? What does alder want to grow with? So alder plus rowan, we don't have. Alder plus holly. Holly is alder plus rowan, so we can't do that yet. Okay, so alder, let's check this out again. So beech plus alder is aspen. I don't think I have yet, so we need to add beech in. We can also add in wild cherry. So beech, um, yeah, it's looking like beech. We add in beech, which is down, it's up here, right? Beech, yep, 1, 2. We'll add in 2 beech trees. And then if, while we're looking at it, since we need this stuff, that's that again. What else will go with silver lime? So, we already have wild cherry, I already have ash. Elm is silver lime and ash. Okay. White willow we already have, white poplar we already have, sweet chestnut is walnut, so add walnut. Okay. Add walnut, add balsa. Walnut, balsa, and it looks like walnut and balsa we can add. So balsa is gonna be this one. Then walnut is where's walnut? Walnut. There we go. And then we'll add 2 walnut saplings, and the whole reason behind this is just getting the maximum that we can from this whole situation. So we'll add a walnut sapling there. Actually, I can add these guys in, like, the gaps over to the side. So this is gonna be a gap right over here. We'll add a walnut right here. Then I will add a beech right here. Because the pollen will carry throughout the area around the hive, which is perfect. And then I'll put another beech over here, another walnut over here. And then we can put the balsa right up under these guys as well, because there's no reason to. Balsa doesn't grow as tall as the other ones. The other balsa right here. And then everything will interbreed and grow together and go perfect. The one thing I do need to make sure of, though, is that the beehives are not clogged so that the bees can all get out. And what I'll also want to do is, since it's looking like it's nighttime, I'm going to actually grab out some of these guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all of these bees. Also, this particular bee seems to be a little stuck. Or not stuck, apparently. But the reason why I'm taking care of these bees is because I don't want the zombies and the skeleton bees actually in here. And the issue with them is that they breed with the other bees, and they actually turn the other bees into the skeleton and zombie bees, which is not great. And the reason why I don't want them is because they don't do anything. They're not a good pollinator, they're not a good helpful thing. They just harass the other bees and then are a pain. So that should be all of them. What we can do is we can actually grab out this and check by flying around a little bit. And the bees, some bees trapped in the leaves, unfortunately, which I do want to let out. And now they're coming over here, which means that's a perfect opportunity to get rid of them. And then those bees are going to go to sleep. What we're going to do, we're going to go back home, we're going to take another nap, and then when we go back into the bee heaven area, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to breed bees. So there's a skeleton bee right there that I want to take care of real quick. And then we should be able to just breed bees from here. So these bees are all going to want to come over because they see me holding some cherry flowers, which is the whole point of this. So cherry, essentially these are just, it's a flower, but the lumber bees will harvest them as time goes on, depending on if they exist within the range of the bees, which is quite cool because overall, these bees are quite amazing. So another thing I want to do actually, while we're here, I'm gonna go bee. So sturdy bee cages. We're gonna grab 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want high productivity, which seems like we got from all of them, which is perfect because it's not guaranteed. Then we warp or S warp warped warp B. It's up at the top. There we go. And then in here, this is the bee breeding chamber. What we're gonna do is we're gonna actually chuck in that, and that, and that, and then what we'll do is we'll get bee cages, and we're gonna actually breed a ton of these bees. So the reason why we want the shoot, I forgot you can't breed lumber bees with lumber bees. You can only breed I need the carpenter bees again. Carpenter bee, green, yellow and green carpenter bees, and okay, if I breed a yellow carpenter bee and that and a lumber bee, it won't give me anything. But if I breed a yellow carpenter bee and a green carpenter bee, it'll give me that. And then I need speedier, so we'll grab the, wait, are they in here? They are, perfect. So chuck in the breeders real quick, chuck those guys in, and I guess I can chuck the lumber bees back in here. And what I'll do is we want the high output. So diurnal endurance weak, we want normal and the temper to be normal. So we want the ones that are going to end up over here. Most of them are going to end up being medium with weak endurance. We want high endurance because that'll increase the output. And the reason for that is just because it'll increase output, which is perfect. If we can get higher than that, it's even more optimal, but it's not incredibly likely. But thankfully, I do think that we're going to be able to get some because we have a ton of these. So, sturdy bee cages, I can just shift click these out for a bit, and these are all speedier upgrades, so this is going at maximum possible speed, which is quite nice. Of course, the zombies and stuff are always going to get in eventually. It's just a matter of time. And it's kind of annoying, to be honest. But thankfully, I grab you, and I grab you. High, normal. High, perfect. Let me just grab you guys again. So those guys are the good ones. And the reason why we want those ones in particular is just because they're just so much better. It's more efficient. They're not going to be super weak. They're not going to be super trashy. They're just going to be perfect and exactly optimal for this. So, of course, we're going to get a couple more. I think I'm going to get a total of a full stack of them. So, that's going to be, you know, almost all these guys, but it looks like about a third of the bees that we've got are actually the best production for these bees, which is a little bit of a bummer, but overall it's not too bad. Not upset, it's just kind of annoying. And of course, there's the off chance that we get something that's going to be actually, like, insanely good, which is really, really what we want, but it's looking like we didn't get any of those. So, what we'll do from here is these bees will actually get kind of set free in a way. So these bees are gonna just get chucked out here because there's no reason for them not to be. Like, I have no use for the inferior bees, so there's just no real reason why I would ever need to keep them if they're not going to be productive for me. Of course, we do want to actually gather genes, so there's very particular genes, like genetics, that you can get from bees for increasing certain things as well as changing up certain stats. And the reason for us gathering these is because we can breed bees with particular genetics to get even better bees than you can get normally through the normal bee genetics, which are unfortunately a little bit difficult to work with. So what we're gonna do We're gonna grab all the bee genes that we possibly can, and you can actually upgrade them and maximize them out by essentially doing this. So you take these, and then we're gonna grab all of the weather tolerance gene samples. These are all weather tolerance none, unfortunately, which makes them a little bit pointless. But now what we'll do is we'll chuck them in here, and then we'll just keep chucking them in here and upgrading them a little bit. 22%, 30%, then we'll get to 32, 34, 36, and we can, of course, combine multiple at once to just get a total of 54% weather tolerance none, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it's not going to be perfect, so. Then we're going to grab the endurance stuff, and what we really want is the strong endurance. So strong endurance is going to be the best one that we can possibly get. And we're currently at 12% for that. Ooh, and we've got even more. So weak endurance, if we combine weak and strong endurance, they won't combine. So what we need to do is actually combine strong and strong. So strong endurance, strong endurance. That gives us a total of 21% strong endurance, which is quite good. Very happy about that, because as of right now, our endurance is not looking great. So, we got weak endurance, then we got medium endurance, and strong endurance. Now we're going to upgrade and look at the gene samples for the daytime-nighttime. And what we optimally want is, we want a rarer gene that will give us, essentially, where it doesn't care about if it's day or night. I don't know if that exists in this particular version, but that's what we really want. So nocturnal, we have at 3%, diurnal at 36%. Pretty good genes overall. Also got the netherite bees specific type of bee. We also have the aggression gene isolated, which what we can do is, I guess, passives. And what we want really is the full passive, because the bees, when they're normal, it's kind of in between. Like, if you hit them, they will hit you back. If they're passive, they won't hit you back. Because I'm worried about if they hit me back, because if they hit me back, they're not going to live, which is very unfortunate. Anyway, what we want is the productivity gene to be high. So, of course, there's normal productivity, medium, high productivity. There's also weak, but looks like normal we have at 2%. High, we can probably get up quite a bit from here because we got a bunch of high productivity genes, which is perfect. You'll love to see it. Actually very happy with how the genes have been collecting, because before it was taking a while just because I didn't have enough gene sample stuff. So we got normal, medium, high productivity. We also have the weather tolerance up here, which will go down there. Then we've got the bee typing, lapis bees, draconic bees. So we got draconic at 2%, draconic at 1%. We also have arcane crystal and arcane crystal. We also have draconic over here. So what we really want is to get these guys up to the point where I could just breed them based on pure genes and give any bee kind of whatever genes I want to, but that's not really possible quite yet. So we're just going to combine those guys. 18% draconic, pretty dope overall. And I think what we'll be able to do is craft up like a god bee eventually, but for now that's quite some ways away. We're going to need a bunch of this draconic comb because we're actually gathering it because I need to make the heated centrifuge, which goes even faster and doesn't give us wax as a byproduct, which is a little helpful because wax, to be honest, it's a little bit of a pain. Anyway, we're gonna get the lumber bees. We're gonna chuck that in there. Just chuck that in there too, because why not? And then these lumber bees need to grow. So we're gonna grab 8, 8, and 8, and then I need a bunch of honey treats. So this is gonna go through a lot of honey treats because it's gonna essentially grow them instantly. I need 2 more speediers, so that it goes maximum speed, speedier. Yep, of course, I didn't fully upgrade everything with full speediers yet, because they go fast anyways, but, you know, It's fine. I'll be fine. Any more honey treats? Dang it, I go through so much honey. It's kind of crazy. So, honey treats. That's why we needed more honey stuff in the beginning of this episode, by the way, or it's part of the reason. But, anywho, looks like got... yeah. Why am I growing adult bees into more adult bees? How does that make sense? Huh? Why does it let me do that? Is there a benefit to that? Can you like mature the bees even farther and make them more optimized or something, or does that just not work at all? Like does it just ruin all the odds of everything? Because if it's good, I'd love to do it more, but I doubt it is, because what would it give? Anyway, bee cages are gonna go there. Centrifuge, we got 19 draconic dust, and then 20 draconic dust, which is cool. We just need draconic chunks, which are the next tier up, which is we got 4 of, which is a little bit of a bummer. But anywho, I'm gonna end this episode here. Let's go deposit off our bees in here because there's no real reason not to. And we'll check back in, and I will explain essentially, I'm gonna make single videos for this mod pack anyway, on explaining how these mods work by themselves. A little bit of an interesting thing. We're gonna be starting off with a full thing. I think this works. No? But which one is it? So it's vibranium aldomodium alloy. We need aldomodium oh, it's ingots, not blocks. Oops. I thought it was blocks. That would have made more sense. Anyway, we need 2 ingots of each, and I guess we can chuck those guys back in the system. So then we need 2 piglet hearts, 1 aldomodium ingot, 1 vibranium ingot, 1 block of nitro crystal. So this is all the mods 10, and we're crafting up particular alloys, which are actually to craft up the ultimate Paxel in the game, which is a little bit crazy. I also need to finish off making some things in a different chapter, which is going to be down here with Forbidden and Arcanus. And we have a vibranium aldomodium alloy now. We're going to make another one real quick, just because we can. And then from there, we're actually going to go over and start doing a couple more rituals. So, 70%, come on, 80%, come on, you're so close. You're so close. 90, 91, 94, 95. It costs 1 billion FE per time that we do this. So there we go. Perfecto. And now what we're going to do from here is we're going to need to make ourselves some ferrogenic mixture, which is clay, wax, slime balls, and other stuff. We also need to make ourselves a terror stomp prism and a quantum catcher, which is a quantum core, which we should have in here. So quantum core, and we can also chuck in the alloys in there, because why not? What did I even have up here as of right now? So I've got those guys, which I think is for the smelter prism, which is this guy, so then I need my gavel back. And I should be able to smack you. Or not. Oh, where'd my elementarium go? Shoot. Actually, where did it go? Wait, where did both of my... Huh? Wait, oh my gosh. It's in here, isn't it? It's in here, isn't it? It's not. Did it... Oh my gosh, do I have to find another set of them? Oh my gosh, give me a second, I gotta look. Okay, so it turns out I'm just stupid. They're just in a different chest that's not connected to the storage system, so I'm actually just stupid, I guess. We're gonna chuck them in there, and then now I should be able to gavel it, and yep, things work. That's cool. Yep, makes sense. Okay, what do I need? I need spawner scrap. So, spawner scrap. Wait, actually, where's the scrap? Scrap. Okay. Do I need to go break more spawners somewhere? Or is it in here? Is it in here? No. Is it in... Do I have stuff in a backpack here? I probably do. Another backpack. Is there anything in here? Nope, it's completely empty. So why is there no... Did I break things? Did I break things? Over here. Are things broken? No. Things just thingin', I guess. Yeah, spawn. Okay, well, apparently we need to go get more spawner scrap. So we're gonna warp. I think we go blaze spawner. And then we'll just break them, I guess. Oh, blaze spawner's gone already. Where did I put everything? So there should be spawners somewhere, right? Should be some over here, right? Perfect, good. I need I need 3 spawner scrap. Where's the rest of the spawner scrap? Come on now, I just need some spawner scrap. There should be some down here. I probably have to go down here all the way. That's a bummer. I'm so fed up with how stupid certain things are, and this is not one of the things I'm very happy about, to be honest, because I would have liked if things just worked, but, you know, things don't have to work all the time, I guess, and this is just one of those times that you live and you learn. Cool. Big thing in here, but no spawners. And nothing cool because it's a freaking nether structure, so of course there's nothing cool. Okay, we need to go find another nether structure that has a lot of spawners. I know that there's some with a lot of spawners. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go take care of this and then we'll go check out other things afterward, because yeah, it's gonna be boring. Thankfully, I only needed 4, so we've got those guys now. Now we can just go home. Now we can chuck these guys where they belong. And then that goes in there, and then we go gavel. And then the things will assemble, and then we need the ferrognetic mixture, which is iron, slime ball, wax, wax. Iron. And then slime ball, slime ball, slime ball. What, wax? 2 wax, and then 2 clay. 1, 2. Perfect. There we go. Now we've got you taken care of. We have the quantum catcher. Now we can get clay ball, wax, wax, slime ball, and then iron. And in the middle is a lodestone, right? Right? Yeah, lodestone, which is just chisel that, which is that, which is that, which is cool, because then we go like that, then we go like that. Oops. Cool. So then we go like these guys, and then we go like that, which is dope. And then we go like that, which is a lodestone, because that's how that works. And then we go gavel, and that's gonna be that, which is cool. Then we get those guys. And then from here, we got that, we got the bamboo expansion box, we got nether stars, we got that stuff. Which is really cool, because overall, all this stuff is necessary in order for us to accomplish the main goal of the series, which is just accomplishing every single quest, which is a lot. But we got the ferrognetic mixture now, and we're gonna need what to upgrade the next tier. Down here, Forbidden and Arcanus, Terror Stomp Prism. Oh, shoot, I still need to make it. Flint, Dripstone, Dripstone. Flint, Dripstone, Dripstone. And then pointed dripstone, which is these guys, which is nice, and then diamond. Diamond blocky do hicker. There we go. So that goes in there. Then we go pointed dripstone, dripstone block, flint, flint, and then gavel. Then that goes there. And then the tier 3 forge, what we need for that is 4 diorum, 4 arcana crystals, chiseled polished darkstone. Wait, this one isn't that one is observation, so I just needed to look at it. Bruh. Okay. Tear Stomp Prism accomplished. Which is a quest, cool. And then what I need now is this guy, which is 4 diorum, arcane crystal. So 4 of you guys. And then I need diorum. Just some more arcane crystal dust, which is fine. Let's just get a couple arcane crystal dust because it's not expensive. It's not expensive. It's not a problem. Do this real quick. We get ourselves a bunch more arcane crystal dust. That means we get some more of that damn there mundita bar or whatever that's called, and then we chuck that in there, and then we get ourselves more of that damn there diorum. They need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from there, 4, 4, and then a chiseled polished darkstone. So dark, chisel, that's polished darkstone, arcane polished darkstone, darkstone essence, cool darkstone. And then I'm assuming we just craft it like this, and then like this. That's darkstone bricks. That's darkstone slab. Chiseled polished darkstone. We get 1 of you. And then from there, what we should be able to do is arcane crystal, arcane crystal, arcane crystal, arcane crystal, diorum, 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 diorum. And then chiseled polished darkstone. We take the relics out. And then we chuck that in there. I mean, that's what it said it needed. But maybe it was lying. For arcane crystals, what do we need? Maximum Oriel and maximum blood? Test tube. I've got a bunch of test tubes of blood, so we can fill the blood up. And then we're gonna need so much more Oriel. I'm gonna need so much of the arcane crystal dust. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go get that, I guess. So what we can do is down here we've got arcane crystal bees, which of course are unfortunately being harassed by some non-arcane crystal bees, but we got a bunch of these combs anyways, which is great. So then in here we can chuck you, chuck a bunch of you guys, which is fine. Fill that up, fill that up. Pollen puffs aren't a big deal. I'm just trying to make sure that we're utilizing all the space that we can in the hives for stuff right now, because right now we want to make sure to minimize loss. Because any loss right now is going to be a little bit of a hassle. And I say a little bit, but it's just going to be annoying and I don't want to deal with it. So optimized, come on now. Let's check in that and grab out everything from you guys. Is not an issue in the slightest. Wax is a little bit annoying, and then we get arcane crystals. I think I'm gonna grab. That should be enough. It should be enough. I'm gonna consider it enough because we just need Oriel, which is just arcane crystal dust combined with random stuff. What did I click out? Oh, those guys. Okay. Perfect. We can just get a bunch of you guys going. Get our arcane crystal dust, which means we get more arcane crystal dust, which means we get more arcane crystal dust, which is perfect, because it's exactly what we needed. Then we go like that, and then we go like that. Grab you, we grab you, we wait a second, and then we grab you, and then we can wait a second and grab you. And then in here, we take that, and we go like that, and then we get these guys, we get 10 more Oreo bottles, and then now my limiting resource is regeneration potions, which now I need to make more of. She's gonna take a minute, so give me a second. Okay, got a bunch of those guys taken care of. Now we should be able to craft up a bunch more of these Oreo bottles, thankfully. Still limiting resources, of course, regeneration, but that's fine. Now we should be able to chuck these guys in. And I don't know if that's gonna fill it all the way up. Yeah, 2595. I need more potion. Oh, it's enough. It was enough. Okay. Now we do this. And then we'll get the next tier of the Hephaestus Forge. Which is cool. Taking a little bit longer. It also took a lot, but Tier 3 Forge accomplished. Now we can make the Eternal Stella, which is not very expensive. Okay, do I have Stellarite pieces, and then we go and we get our X petrified orbs. We need 6. And then, what are these guys? It's just all the Modium ingot. All the Modium ingot, 2 of you guys, and then we chuck those guys in there, and then this goes 1, 2, 3, and then that goes there, and then we can just boink and get ourselves some free stuff. You'll love to see it. Honestly, this is pretty dope. We're gonna be able to get quite a bit of really cool stuff from this, so I'm very happy. But we also have the Terror Stomp Prism. I already have zombie combs. I know how to get on already, which is fine. Now we Eternal Stella. We're gonna make one more. And that's gonna give us those quests, and then Tier 4 Forge, 4 runes, 4 Stellarite pieces. Quantum Injector. Aren't used much at this stage, but needed later. Cool Whirlwind Prism, Sea Prism. We need all this stuff. We're gonna make all this stuff eventually, but for now, I think that's pretty much all we needed for right this moment. And, I think we go harvest our trees now. So, let's go warp to Bee Heaven. And I think there should be a good amount of pollinated leaves here. Maybe I leave it for a couple more days just to fully secure and make sure that things are gonna have bred properly. Let's go home instead. And we can look at some more quests that we can do. So, Mystical Agriculture, we need to make the tools. So, we need to make the Inferium tools, and then I need to make the Awakened tools and such, and that's all I need for that. Mechanism, got a bunch of quests accomplished, so honestly, let's just go through the quests that we've accomplished for the end of this episode. So, building tips, we got the kitchen multi-block thing, we got some of that stuff, which is cool. Then we also got, in tips and tricks, we got the infinite water for the sink. We also got the Eternal Stella and the Vibranium Aldemodium alloy ingots, which is perfect. What's this gonna cost us? Oh, we need all of the picks, which is all gonna be in here with the Eternal Stella. Okay. Then the Golden Dragon Scales, which are Diorum with dragons. Okay, cool. That's a bunch of really cool stuff, honestly. But Aldemodium ingots, Eternal Stella, we got that accomplished. ATM star, we got one or two things. The smelter prism, we got the eternal stella. We also got the dry rubber. And basic logistics, we got fluid pipe. Cool. We also got productive trees. We got the green heart. We also got sandalwood. We also got purple heart and pink ivory. Then down in mechanism, we got our setup so far. We got the crusher. We got the biofuel. We got purification chamber. We got the sink for infinite water. Electrolytic separator. We got the gas burning generator. The pressurized reaction chamber. The enrichment chamber. Then we also got the enriched items thing from enriching something, energized smelter for smelting stuff, osmium compressor for compressing osmium, refined obsidian, we got that, refined glowstone, we got the heat generator, we got the advanced control circuit, we got the reinforced alloy, we got the elite control circuit, we got the atomic alloy, and the ultimate control circuit. We also got the biogenerator. We also got the basic thermodynamic conductor, basic logistical transporter, basic pressurized tube, basic mechanical pipe, basic universal cable, ultimate universal cable, elite universal cable, advanced universal cable, ultimate mechanical pipe, elite mechanical pipe, advanced mechanical pipe, ultimate pressurized tube, elite pressurized tube, advanced pressurized tube. We also got the ultimate logistical transporter, the elite logistical transport, the advanced logistical transport. We got all these things. We got the advanced thermodynamic conductor. We got that guy. We also got the elite thermodynamic conductor. We got the advanced fluid tank. We got the elite fluid tank. We got the ultimate fluid tank. And then of course we got all of the gas things. We got the energy upgrade stuff. I'm just gonna grab everything like that. And from there we're just gonna chuck everything into here, because there's no reason not to. And that's going to be all of our quests accomplished so far. It's quite a lot, but not anything insanely insane. Yeah, honestly, quite cool. I'm looking forward to doing a bunch more with this stuff. So, what I think we do now is 1, 2, 3, 4 Nautilus shells. Then we need a Heart of the Sea, which is another Nautilus shell, which is why I made 4. And then we're going to grab ourselves an Inert Trident to complete an entire another chapter, which is going to complete ourselves Apothec Enchanting, which is quite cool, because now we have that completed. Now all we need to do is we need to craft up all of the armor, all of the tools, and a bunch more stuff. And that is actually going to be the end of today's episode, because I've been recording for a while, my throat needs a break. 300 days. I'm actually going to build kind of my second base, my forever base, really. And so for that, I cleared out this little mountaintop and prepared a little bit of this initial storage system, as well as some more growth chambers growing different seeds and such. And the reason I did this is because I want to make sure that we're going to have enough space so we don't have to worry about a ton. So first off, we're going to have to start off with the foundations of this whole building, which what I was going to do is we're going to build it out of flat blackstone tiles, flat gilded blackstone tiles, and calcite mini tiles, as well as, of course, polished blackstone brick slabs. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this whole thing started, because why not? And the reason why I'm doing it this particular way is because I just want to build something that I feel like is going to actually be what I want it to be. And the whole reason for that is just because I like it, honestly. This is just going to be something cool, because I don't usually build bases or extravagant things in these specific worlds and such. And I wanted to give that a little bit of a change, because, sometimes these things can get pretty cool and are going to end up being something that's going to last and look really nice in the process. And of course, I wanted to showcase the building of this whole thing, because I think that that's important for just showcasing design and stuff. So we're going to go like that and get this whole side completed. And then let's just finish off all around. Of course, we're going to leave a little bit of space for the entryway, which is going to be right over in the middle over here. But that's just because I'm going to see if I can make some massive doors. And that's going to go to that. And then let's finish this off just like that. And I'm not really going to make a subfloor or anything, but now what we're going to do is we're going to put a blackstone brick slab on top of it, because they don't have a ton of slab options, unfortunately. I was looking, but they didn't really have a ton, so holy voice crack. Also, by the way, drink water. It's very helpful, especially if you've been sick. I've been sick, so I've been recording for a little bit, but essentially, the reason why I had to pick these specific things, that corner has to go like that, is because they're the options that I thought looked the best in my personal opinion. Also, yes, there's a little bit of a mine shaft going through this thing, and I made this one myself, and it's got all the growth stuff in here. I should make an access point, but this is kind of an access point, so I'm gonna leave it like this for now. And honestly, I think it's pretty cool, because what we can do with it is we can just sprint around, go kind of crazy, enjoy it, have a great time, and it looks pretty dope. So I am still kind of torn between whether I want to use the actual calcite or if I want to use... Also, I think I'm going to cut off this corner. But for whether I want to use calcite or utilize the glowstone, because I think glowstone will fit a little bit better, but it's not as white. And so I don't know if there's like a glowing block that will actually have more of a white coloration to it, because what I'm gonna do is, I guess we can look at it. So glow, it looks like we could use framed glowstone, or we could use patterned glowstone. I like the look of the patterned glowstone, to be honest, so I guess I can chuck the mini calcite and that stuff back in there, and then I can get ourselves some glowstone. Glowstone, like that, there we go. Let's make ourselves a bunch of glowstone. Of course, you know, no real reason not to, just going kind of crazy. Eventually I will build an ME system with a quantum link actually over in this area, but for now I think I'm gonna leave it just like it is. So that should be enough glowstone, right? Then in here I can go mason table. Can I open the mason? There we go. Mason table, and we go pattern glowstone, and we just get, I think I only really need that much, should be enough, and then I can leave the rest of it. And this should be enough to go like so, just like how I want to. And the flooring is actually going to be on the same level, so I'm going to put the flooring underneath this glowstone as well. And then there's going to be one more wall layer behind the glowstone, because, of course, I have to build it like this. Because I feel like it, and I think it's pretty dope. So, you know, if you guys like this kind of design as well, or want to learn about, you know, building different color palettes and other cool things that you want to build, I highly recommend watching someone that actually knows what they're doing, not me. I know it sounded like I was going to recommend my own stuff, but I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing, and just make things that I find to be looking cool, which is a little bit different than most other people's tastes. So if you don't particularly like it, sorry about that. I hope that you will still be patient with me, and if you want to, you can skip ahead and watch a different video, because this is mostly going to be just doing this because base building takes a little bit of time, so sorry. But if you don't like it, you know, you don't have to watch. Anyway, essentially, we're going to be putting this glowstone around the whole thing, and then from there, we'll be putting down the flooring, which is going to be a little bit of a pattern of a couple different things. So we've got that stuff taken care of. And the flooring is, I mean, there's going to be a furnace. The furnace is going to be in this corner, which is why it looks the way that it does. So, let's actually get the furnace taken care of. The flooring is going to be this, where is it? It's the gilded blackstone pillars, but it's not that one. It's the scales. So it's scales combined with the brown amber stripped log, combined with a couple other things, like the brick bordered gilded blackstone and other such stuff, which is why I made so much of it. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off by going, no, I'm not gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna start, I guess I'll start at the entrance, and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, wait. Now that looks better. Like, that looks fine, and then I can do that and that. And this amber's gonna go like that. It's kind of see-through. So maybe I don't actually use the amber, because I didn't realize it was that see-through. I guess I can just use the 2 bricks, so. We go like that, and then we go like that, I guess. And then we can spiral like that, but I guess I should start the spiral from somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know exactly what pattern I want to do for this area, but I do really like the gilded blackstone scales. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do corners of the, yeah, we'll just do gilded blackstone scales around the edges. And then from there I can start I can do multiple spirals, honestly. I could do small spirals from every corner. Or I could do, I could honestly, I could do anything, it doesn't really matter. But this is where the furnace is gonna go, so I do need to make sure to leave a little bit of space in there. And the reason I'm leaving the gap underneath is just because it's not really needed. So, no reason to waste the material since it takes a while to make. Gilded blackstone, essentially I have to crush and then enrich gold, and then infuse it into blackstone using mechanism stuff, which, not being super energy intensive, still takes a while because if I use the infusing factories and stuff, they're not automated yet because I didn't do that yet, which is a little bit of a oopsie. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from there I can go 1, 2. Honestly, I could just do a pure chaos, random, cool pattern with these guys. There we go. Honestly, that's a dope idea. I think I'm gonna do that. Just like random branching out. And then we go 1, 2, and then this one will go 1, and then we'll go out a bunch, and then go out branching all the way with one small branch that goes out there. And I can even make it not just one tree thing. I could make things branching out like that. And just make it really cool off of that, I guess. But we go like that, then we go like that, like that. And then we go like that. This will go back down, and then this way, and then this way. That'll go there. This will come out, and then it will go this way, continuing a little bit. Then we go up here. We go out a little bit. We continue that along. Yeah, this looks dope, honestly. I'm really liking the way that this is turning out. And then we go out like that. That needs to go out a little bit farther. There we go. And then we can go out 3. That'll go that way. We'll put 2 out that way. 1, 2, 3, 4 to touch the edge there. Touch that edge there. Yeah, there we go. This is a really cool pattern. I'm a big fan of these kinds of like chaos patterns that also followed like base geometry and stuff. I don't know, I just really enjoy it. Do a little outcropping. That one's gonna be pretty long, and then it'll go like that and jet like that. That one will cut across that entire thing. And then there'll be one little hook, and then another longer one that almost comes all the way back. Then from here we go like that. This one will not quite touch it. This one will come out and like barely kiss that one, and then have a little outcropping there. This is looking like a void space, so I'm gonna put 3 there. Put 1 there. Put... There we go. Yeah. And then, since that's a branch out, what I can do is I can do 1 there, 1 up here. That'll come like that. This one will actually continue all the way, and then branch, and then hook back, and then curl back this way. And this one will have one coming out like that. That one will come out like that. That'll come out like that. And then this will come out of that elbow and come back like that one. That, and then we'll have one that comes out like this. And that's gonna be, I think I'm gonna add one little thing right here that's gonna extend all the way, and then come up one. And then right here is a little bit too void space, which we're gonna add a little snake like that. This guy can come out like that, and then go 1 there, 1 there. I like that. Yep, it's not too cluttered, but it's a good enough pattern to be able to function and look pretty dope on the floor. And so that's gonna be the base foundation of the house. I still need to finish up the interior walls, which are going to be more of the brick that I put on the outside, and that's gonna come up 2 layers until I get to the windows, which I think I'm gonna put connected glass in unless there's specific window stuff in this mod pack, which it probably is. I just haven't looked at it a whole ton. So I've been mostly busy with the foundation, getting everything sorted logistically for this, because it's taken quite some time to get just to the point where I'm at right now. It's taken, you know, a couple days worth of planning while I've been sick and couldn't record. So now we're just finishing up getting this all taken care of, going through this whole plan, getting everything perfectly executed just as it should be. Of course, it does look like I may run out of Gilded Blackstone scales. Thankfully, I can turn the extra of the brick-bordered Gilded Blackstone into scales if I need more, because I'm down to 95, which is a lot less than I was expecting I would have at this point. Because, I mean, I do really like the pattern, though. It's like a snaking dragon, which I could, in theory, have made it just like a very long snaking dragon, but I don't know if that would have looked as good as I think this looks, because this looks like a really cool chaos pattern that's just no rhyme or reason, no consistencies, but it's got little patterns in it that, you know, make a little bit of sense. Anyway, cracked gilded blackstone, mini tiles, scales, there we go. And we can just turn all of those guys into scales, because I think that after using this for the floor, if I use it for anything else other than maybe like a ceiling snake ornament thing, I don't think it will look as good as the floor does right now. Of course, there are some bigger voids of space that don't have it snaking through them, but I think for now, those are honestly part of the places that look super cool. So like, heck yeah, that looks pretty dope, not gonna lie. Okay, there we go. And then the entryway is going to be made out of, I haven't really decided, but I wanted to make some pillars and also utilize this guy, which is the polished gilded blackstone. So we're gonna go like that. I do want to put one behind here, just so that we have that conciseness. Anyway, stairs, stair, and then this one is gonna be like that. This one's gonna be like this. And then it's gotta go like that. And then we get a stair. I need to replace you. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that and put that there. Yeah, that works perfectly. Yeah, I mean, that's the initial entryway. I do maybe want to extend this, like each step extended by one, just for having it look a little better, but for now that's good. So we'll go back and let's finish making these guys. So flat gilded blackstone tiles are gonna be these guys. And in the interior walls are gonna be made out of a couple different things. But I do want to make sure that we have windows outlined, at least for the exterior, because the windows are going to be double pane thick. Actually, they don't really have to be. I can have them sunken in. Or I can have bay windows. Maybe I make a bay window for this big, long stretch. I think that's what I'll do. Make him into a bay window. So I'm gonna make it into a bay window. Maybe what I want to do is change up the wall. I guess I'll do that after, because I don't want to go too crazy and make it, you know, not look good. So we're gonna just do this for now. And then we've got to make the chimney. I think I'm gonna make the chimney out of the calcite that I didn't use because I decided to use the patterned glowstone. So let's make ourselves a little bit of a chimney. It's gonna be, I think, 4 wide internal. So that's gonna be the fire. And then I really like the way that these ember blocks look. As a base, so I think I'm gonna definitely, yeah, I'm gonna have to take out this little area and replace it with the actual black ember stripped logs. So I think I have to put them against something to actually get the... Yeah, okay, so I have to do it like that, and then I want to make sure that I have at least 2 of them. We'll do 3. Exposed on the face, so that it looks like that, because that looks pretty dope. I'll chuck you back in there. And then we've got the black ember strip logs. All going like that, and then the black ember logs and go like this. Yeah. And then what I'll do... That doesn't look as organic as it should, I don't think. I like the idea of it being like this. And then we'll go spruce logs. And then that's gonna come out. That's gonna go, we're gonna have one on top like this, like that. And then one like right here. I also have to, I keep forgetting I have to fire border it. So that guy can't be there because that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, fire border for the calcite there, and then I've gotta, I gotta get the scales back. Put scales there. And then from here, I do think I have to go like that for the fireplace. Yeah, that looks fine. It's not like crazy ideal, but it's aight. And then we can build the fire off of that. I do, Is there like a red variant of glowstone or something? Bioshroom? Phantom glass? I guess since the logs are going like this, I can just put a glowstone block back here and then have it be illuminated from that, but it's a deep red fire. I don't think it's gonna be... Red fire is not gonna glow super dark anyway, so... Okay, that's a good fire. This is gonna have to come back a little bit. And then that's gonna have to go over like that. From that, I do think that I put in a row of you guys behind that. And then a row of blackstone slabs on top. And then I think I do surround it with the blackstone bricks, the tiles. And then from there, this could be kind of integrated with this stuff, right? So we'll go like this, up one, and then it'll go in, and then it'll turn into a little 4x4. Or 2x2, rather. Yeah, okay, that works. And we've got this guy. And of course, in here, we're gonna need some campfires. There we go. That's 16 campfires producing a healthy amount of smoke and making a good sound for it. It's gonna have to go up quite a bit though, which is gonna be a little bit of a hassle. But shouldn't be too bad. There we go. That should be... Yeah, that's good enough for now, I think. And then now I'm gonna need to work on the walls around it. But, you know, overall, not bad, not bad. I don't think this is bad, at least. Okay, there's gonna be a window here. So, window, no window, No window, of course. The bedroom's definitely gonna be upstairs. I'm gonna have to make a small 2x2 window there. Then, do I change that design? I do think I have to. Just for the sake of symmetry for this, I do want to change that. So we're gonna need that guy back. I'm gonna need some slabs. So this guy is gonna have to actually change from this design to this, 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 this. So we'll lose 1 unit of internal space in exchange for having enough space to put in a window here to that side of the door, and then a window to this side of the door as well. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then we'll go 1, 2, and then there'll be 3-unit window there. Another 3-unit window there. And then we just keep going. And then I think I'm gonna put in a 1-unit window here. A 1-unit window there. And then we'll skip this space. Then we'll put in 4-unit window there. I'm gonna need so many more of these bricks, holy. Okay. So that guy, then that guy, then this guy. We'll put in another window here into the tower. Because of course you have to have a wizard tower right next to your construction, you know? It's just necessary. Put another 2-unit window there, 1-unit window here. And then this whole area will be 1 large bay window, which I'll need to pop out. So I'll need to change some stuff here. And then this will be another bay window out. So I'll need to pop out these 2 zones. Which means that for that, what I'm gonna do is instead of putting the slabs down, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to go more glowstone. So double things of glowstone. Didn't need to take that out, I guess. And then we'll do a short overhang with the glowstone on top. So the glowstone will be like, or the blackstone slabs will be like that. And then I guess I can just do a ring. Yeah, there's nothing really stopping me from just glowstone in here as well. That works. I like that. And then that's gonna be just a full bay window. And then same over here, so I'm gonna need to do this guy, a little bit of thing. There we go. And then let's just do this real quick. Nice and simple, nice and easy. I'm not following a preset or pre-made design for these. I just want you guys to fully be aware of that. I'm just kind of winging it. I did have a design plan for the actual foundation itself, but not for any of the additional aesthetic pieces or anything else. So this is all just off the cuff on the fly. There we go. And then now we can just go like this. And I do think that I want it to be a 2-tier bay window. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So these 5 internal blocks, since it's 15 blocks total. I like that idea. And then this guy will have... Honestly, I think that I'm gonna do this. So we've got the... It's bordered gilded black stone. I like that stuff. So this stuff is gonna be 2 pillars that actually hold up this window. And I'm gonna make sure that they are stable and secure. They're just gonna be straight vertical pillars, by the way. Like, I'm not gonna go anything crazy for them, because this is Minecraft, so there's no reason to actually make them, like, super engineered or anything. Because I could, but there's no real reason to. Although, what I am gonna do is make sure that they have stable footing at the bottom, because I think that looks better with that. So I don't need dirt. So that, and then from this, I'm gonna actually have the foundation for these pillars be just 2 layers of good old-fashioned deep slate. So 2 visible layers of deep slate for each pillar, which will be good. And then I'm gonna chuck the coal away. And then we've got these guys held up, which is perfect. And that's gonna be the windows. And then from there, I guess what I can do is I can chuck all that stuff in there, get ourselves out some more flat gilded blackstone tiles, and we can just build up the walls a little bit more. Because these windows are gonna, I think I'm gonna make them 5 units tall, just so that they look as good as they can. So that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, there we go. And then at 5, I'm gonna need to light things up more as well. So 1, 2, 3. So after we hit 5, these next layers are gonna have to be glowstone again. So I'm probably gonna need to convert more glowstone to the pattern glowstone, I think. But it should be fine, right? I mean, we're running out of blocks already. And yes, I know I could add an internal pattern to these walls, or to these things, but this is actually the external wall. So this is the external wall, which has to look sturdy. The internal wall is more of like a facade and actual non-structural but good looking thing, which is wood, which is actually the time that we've given for this is taking quite some time. So the base walls of our base, namely being, we've got a bunch of windows to finish. We've got to actually finish these walls. Of course, there's a faster way of doing this that I completely forgot about existed, which is actually the building gadget, which I probably should have been using, but you know, it's fine. So 1, 2, 3 layers, that's all we need, and then we go 1, 2, 3 layers, which is perfect. And then on top of you guys, 1, 2, 3. And the reason for this is actually these are the exterior facade walls, or not facade walls, the internal walls of the facade. So these are the external walls which need to look sturdy and be sturdy. But the internal walls are actually going to be made out of blue maho and cocobolo logs. So I picked those ones specifically because they look quite good. And yes, I am kind of sticking to a particular color palette for the internal. It's a soft blue and a deep red, which is, in my opinion, one of the cooler color combinations. So I need to finish up this guy because apparently it didn't want to do it with the building gadget. And then on top of all of these guys, or at least over every window, is going to be an arch of this pattern glowstone. And then I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a thing to make sure that everything is lit inside as well, because I don't want to leave anything unlit, because then mobs will spawn, and it also won't look as good, which is partially why I'm adding so many windows, because natural light is really good with that. But again, even with natural light and shaders, things still won't look perfect, which is why I'm doing it like this. So, this bay window is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go like this out here for this one, and then do another ring above just like that, so that it matches the same on the top as it does on the bottom. This one I'll just go like this, which will be perfect, and then of course we'll put one right here, one right there. This is lacking quite a bit, so we'll put one right there, one right there, one right there, and one right there. Of course, there is no real method to the madness. It is just looking and seeing the spacing and the gaps and making sure that there's going to be light within each of those gaps. So, of course, if you do want to know more about building and design in Minecraft, don't watch my other videos, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing what I feel like doing. And so if you want to build things like this, and like me, if you want to build things like me, what are you doing? But, you know, anyway. Glass, we should have... Shoot, we don't have a lot of connecting glass. Is there a better kind of glass? So, glass... Doesn't look like there's anything crazy. Clear glass from Ender.io. We need to alloy smelt normal glass blocks. Connecting glass, well, at least glass, clear glass is going to be probably the best kind of glass. Other than, wait, structural glass has the black frame. I kind of like structural glass. Can I make that one piece of glass for 4 pieces of structural glass? I like the black frame a lot, actually. Okay, so this is going to be, actually, shoot, I'm gonna need the flat gilded blackstone tiles for these as well. So I need to put an outer layer on these so that there's actual connection for everything, because otherwise it's gonna look stupid. Anyway. There we go. And then now we can go out. Yes, it connects. See, this is probably the best kind of glass for this, as well as it's super optimal to make and only costs us a little bit of steel. Because steel is relatively cheap. Like, steel is never going to be an issue for us. But glass is just annoying because I have to make it out of sand, which takes smelting time away, which is annoying. Anyway, all of these corners are going to have little ripple edges on them, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's not a big enough deal for me to not want to use these, so we're just going to do it, say screw it, why not, and go with it. So... yeah, we've got all of these little pieces of glass. And then I should be able to just go like this. And then, can I also break these with a pickaxe? I can't. See, this is why. Because I can actually break this with a normal pickaxe and not have to worry about it actually breaking. Also, I need to make more glass. Shoot. Slash home. I still have not changed my slash home. Glass. Which means I need sand. Shoot, sand. Good thing I've got plenty of sand. Can I smelt compressed sand? If I compress sand, and you smelt compressed sand. Dang it. That's a bummer. That's real annoying right there. That's real annoying right there, because why can't I do that? That'd be pretty dope if I could smelt compressed sand, but that's okay. At least now we've got the structural glass and everything taken care of, which is not a big deal. Shoot. Most of these guys don't actually have fuel. That's annoying, but it's fine, I guess. Grab you guys out of there, and then we can fuel up the guys that actually have fuel. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That one didn't have glass in it. Yeah, by the way, I need to get a new keyboard and mouse. That's why things are a little jittery sometimes when I'm doing stuff. I just am too lazy to go out and get a new keyboard and mouse. So, yeah, just deal with it, I guess. Anyway, let's make ourselves a ton more structural glass. Of course, the limiting factor is steel, and now we'll actually have to go, slash warp new base. And this window's completed. And now I need to work through getting these windows all completed. So this top little thing is going to turn into part of the roofing. These small little windows all need to be filled up. Sorry about that. I had to let out a pretty long, bad cough. But yeah, no, we got to finish up all the windows. How did that get out there instead of going where... Oh, there's already one there. I'm goofy, I guess. I couldn't see it. See, the glass was so good, I couldn't see that it was there. Anyway, let's finish up building all of these windows. Because we still have a couple more floors to do, which is going to be kind of crazy. And the reason why I say that is just because, holy, this is a large structure. Got a lot to work on technical speaking wise. But in addition to that, just finishing the actual construction of it's going to take... probably another couple of episodes. Probably going to take a break in between to actually work on a couple more quests. Probably going to go fishing in a warm ocean for some bees because I can. And yeah, overall, this is looking like it's going to be a really cool thing. Still not fully locked in on what I want to do for the doors. I might just... I think I might have to add an additional mod to add in a portcullis or whatever. Yeah, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Door. Are there giant doors? This is the real question. So blue glass door, we got steel doors, we got garage doors. Glass doors, cabinet doors, reinforced doors, western doors, mystic doors. Are there doormats? Are there giant doors? See, the main thing that we're looking for is like doors that will actually fit the size. Key lockable doors are quite cool. But door of seal, Twilight Oak door, okay. I mean, I guess I could go into the Twilight Forest and steal some castle doors. That'd be cool. Portcullis. Do these guys actually work? So, wooden portcullis. I need to look at the macaws. So at macaws, it's what is it? Doors. Macaws. Doors. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So we've got those guys. We've got the garage doors, which I need white garage doors for. So I need a white garage door. Does this work like it? Okay, so if I put that there, then 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 I put that there. Okay. So the answer is yes. I need to get these guys, or does this work? Because if this works, this is going to be a real cool thing. So if I... Oh, yes, we've acquired portcullis. I don't think putting it on this plane is gonna be best. I think I do put it back here. And that means that I'm gonna need to add another little section of wall behind each one of these guys, which is not a big deal. Oh no, we have to add a wall. There we go, perfect. Okay, and then from there, I don't think I'm gonna need either one of these guys, so I might as well just chuck them in here. And then we go do 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 do. I just gotta make sure that they're all in line and connected how they need to be, because I think that this will work exactly how I intend it to. I just need to double make sure, because if not, then that's kind of lame and I'll be sad. But not too sad, because it's like, whatever. Anyway, let's just do this. Perfect. It works exactly how it should. And then it goes up, up, and then up a little bit more, and that's perfect. So, chuck the rest of the portcullis in there, and then the bordered gilded blackstone will go like so. Perfect. I love it. I love it so much. That's such a cool door. And then we need a little bit of an overhang. So we'll go like this. And then in the front, we'll do pretty much the same thing. And then add a little bit of layer to it. There we go. Perfect, perfect. And that's looking pretty snazzy so far. And then now we gotta work on the internal walls. But I also need to finish up, shoot. Let's, what was it? Flat, gilded, blackstone. It's cracked, cobbled, checkered, carved, flat, gilded, blackstone tiles. There we go. And then these guys will go in between, completing this 6th layer of vertical wall, and then I need to do the internal walls, which are mostly going to be wood. I think that's what I'm gonna decide for this. I need more flat, yeah, that works. Perfect. Mason table can go back. We'll do this real quick. And then we'll be able to finish that off. I'll probably need to make more of these guys in between episodes, just to make sure that we get enough of everything to finish off the base building. But overall, a little bit of a different kind of episode for the last, or for these couple. So, sorry about that if they're not your favorite, but deal with it, because I decided to make them. So then now what we'll do is... blue is more of a neutral, so I think what I do is around each window, I'm gonna put these guys like that. And then surrounding that, so just around the window itself. So as like a window border will be these guys. And of course, that's not gonna do everything. I am gonna leave the gap at the bottom because it looks better. And then we'll do this, nice and simple. Nothing too crazy. Of course, this will need to get extended up as well. And that'll go around like that. Of course, the wood... the reason why I'm using the face of the log is because I think that it looks pretty cool. with the circles, and I don't necessarily need to. Of course, these are going to be mostly just facing one particular direction, and not everything will be completely surrounded by them, but the actual face of the log will be visible quite a bit throughout this, which will be kind of cool, at least in my opinion, which is why I took the time to get so much of these logs that do take quite some time to find the first time, and then getting them grown and everything takes quite a bit of time as well. So I just think that they're cool, and I really enjoy the colors that you can get from the different kinds of logs. Of course, there are more vibrant blues, but I wanted to match the deep red with something more like a soft sky blue, as opposed to like a deep blue that's more clashing, as opposed to a complementary thing, which I know sounds a little bit pretentious, but that's just what I had in mind, so, you know. So I think the bay windows turned out quite nice. I'm very happy with it. And I should be able to go through almost all these logs. And then we'll be on to the others, which I guess what I can also do is I could add... no, not yet. Anyway, so the blue maho, and I think the way that I'm going to do this is they'll go from this side, will go this one to this, just like that, and then this one will go like that, so that's 3, and then that, and then that. So we'll go like this, and then that's this whole thing completed, and then we can go this side. And even the barks are semi-complementary. They're the same pattern, just different tones. The blue is softer, and the red is more purple colored, which I thought was pretty cool, and that's part of why I picked it. But I just really, really enjoy this. And then, of course, I do need to do the bottoms. The bottoms are going to be... I don't know if there's a way that I can make the actual blue maho log stairs. So, architect's cutter. How do I make one of these guys? Can I make one? Oh, I can. Okay. That's cool. So I can make stairs. How? Timber frames, doors, trapdoors, panels, lights, bricks, posts. Maho log stairs? That's not what I wanted. Slabs. Is there slabs? So if I chuck that in there, stairs, wall, slab. That is perfect. I love it. I love that so much, actually. That's perfect. This fits exactly what I wanted to do for this. Because then I can just run this whole way along, and that way we get a little bit of the two-tone thing. Wait, are the walls... I'm not going to put it directly into the furnace, but if the walls are the way that I'm thinking that they might be, then... Oh, it's like an actual Minecraft wall. Okay. That's lame. What about... So, paper walls? Can I do... So, frame material, that's oak. Can I frame material and then... Okay, what does this look like? Okay. This might be what I actually use. Holy. Yeah, I might need to finish putting down these slabs and then take a look at what we can do with those. Because that's a thinner alternative to putting blocks around the entire internal of this entire building. And I think that might look nicer. So I need more blue maho. Vanilla blocks, slabs. There we go, we'll do that real quick, and then that's gonna be all of those guys that needed to be taken care of. So let's see this. So, Cocobolo can craft into Cocobolo planks. If I if I go into paper walls, this, frame material, this. What does this look like? I'm a big fan of that for surrounding these guys. So I think instead of that, I'm gonna go like this. I mean, it looks good, it just doesn't look perfect around the way that this is. So maybe not. What about, wait, panels? So if we do that, and then can I frame it? No. Okay, but I can. Oh my gosh. Can I do this with logs? So what will this look like? Will it look like the face of the log, or okay, it looks like that. So it doesn't look as good as it could. But alternatively, so pillars, doors, shingles, timber frames, bricks, vanilla blocks, pillars, I do think that this fits better. And then I can also use the blue maho planks as more. So if I go like this, and we take those panels, those are gonna go there. The log panels don't matter. We want an actual thing of the planks panels, and then we can put these guys, put them all in there. The thin walls can go in there, and that way we just get the panels and the panels. Can you put a panel within a panel? Nope, they don't mesh. So I do have to put these guys like that, unless there's a better way to do it. Which there probably is, I just have not found out yet. So okay, what other blocks are there? So we've got those guys. Are there shingles, paper walls? Honestly, it doesn't look bad with that like that, and then the pushed out ones as that. So if we do it like this, where the recessed ones are gonna be the actual logs, but the non-recessed ones are gonna actually be the planks panels to make it mesh better with everything else and make it less aggressive. And then these bottom ones can just be the actual planks panels as well. Unless they're recessed as well. So, like, this one's recessed slightly, this one's pushed out, so this one we can take away. This one's pushed out as well. This one's pushed out as well. Same with that one's recessed. That one's recessed. That one's pushed out, but the top is recessed. And then from there, what I can do, so the blue maho log slabs are still going to be necessary because I still need to put them under the ones that are recessed. So, like those guys, and then okay, I'm going to need to fill some stuff in first because this is going to be able to go like this. But this one can't, because it has to be a flat. So, like, this one can, for this, but then this one can as well. But this one, since it's in between, it cannot. So I have to make sure to monitor and figure out which ones can and which ones can't. This one... that doesn't need to go there, because there's going to be something already. There's going to be a log thing there, log thing there, log thing there. Logs there. Logs there, logs there. Yeah, logs there, logs there. This one, though, can be panels, because it's pushed far out. And it doesn't diminish the light either, which is dope. Okay. So, I guess what I need to do is fill in the blue maho before I do anything else around a bunch of these guys. At least into the specific crevices that I can't change a ton of stuff with. So, like this one, I can't change the way that this is going to behave. Nor this one, nor that because of that. So... that has to go like that, and because that's like that, this one will go like that. But alternatively, I could flip-flop this entire section and make it face this way. To add to a little bit more of a chaotic aesthetic, which looks quite nice. Yeah, I do not hate that at all. Okay, perfect. And then we can add you guys. Add you. I do think I'm gonna add some of the facade, like, not the facade, the blue maho planks panels to, like, these sections that don't actually need to have the logs. So I do think it fits a little better. Like right here, it does need them because there's two faces of the exterior wall that needs to be changed, but this one, there's only one, so... I guess it just depends on the amount of exterior faces that it's exposed to. Like this one will have to put logs here. This one has to because it's two faces. This one's one face, but this one is definitely two. So that one needs that one needs this. And then this one can go flat. This entire bottom can go just shoot. You and you. There we go. So blue maho planks panels. You go like that, then the blue maho. This guy can actually turn into plank, or the panels, yeah. Planks panels, planks panels, planks panels. The issue is the planks panels merge with each other in the system, and so it thinks that I have that it wants to autofill the red Cocobolo with the Maho, which is interesting. Anyway, I can remove these guys. That one's gonna need that, so are both of those guys, so I don't need to worry. Then needs Cocobolo. And then beneath it is gonna need the actual blue Maho. And this is gonna just look absolutely amazing after it's all finished, because it's just a cool wood design. And of course, I could alternate going from the face to a vertical. So maybe I do that. I like that, honestly. And then two things, and then vertical. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there we go. And then we go you. And you are gonna be vertical. And then red. This one is kind of recessed, but not insanely. I think I'm gonna add it to this side, the actual planks, because I do want to make sure that things are going to be exactly as I want them to. And if that's gonna be it, then I might as well do it for the whole thing, so yeah, why not? This is gonna look so cool once I'm done with it. Anyway, I am thinking that these are gonna follow the opposite rule, so if these are following the opposite rule, they'll go like that, and then 1 gap, and then 2 vertical, and then 1 gap, and then these 2 would be vertical as well. So I'll need to go vertical, 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 and then add a whole bar above them so that they can actually go vertical, because oh my gosh. Well, there we go. So that means that the bottom here and the top are going to be vertical right here and right here. Which I guess is cool. It's just like, I don't fully know why I'm putting so much effort into this design, but it's gonna look pretty dope. So, you know what, big value. Anyway, let's do this. And then, I guess, since this is flanking a window, I can do the same thing over here. And then 2... and then that, so then I need more Cocobolo logs. And then that, and then that, and then that. Perfect. Okay. And then this can be blue Maho face. And then this will need to be... this internal face will be those guys. And then this external will be the blue Maho, which means that I can do the same thing over here. And then from there, I do think I'm going to end this episode here, because I'm going to finish this off. Honestly, I'm going to finish this off, and then next episode will probably be something completely different. So anyway, that is going to be the end of this episode. GG's, peace, have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me. And we've got plenty of space in there. I also acquired a bunch of stuff to actually work on the roof, as well as getting our system set up down here. So we're going to get set up with... I think we're going to start off with the storage bus needs to be on that with the cable on top of it, and then we need to get power in here. That power needs to be going to that. We've got a crafting terminal on top, And then we've got the energy acceptor to the side, so power's gonna come up into here. And then the storage link, we don't really need to have it on anything. And we've got those guys, so I think I should have a cable. Do I have enough? Shoot, I need more nitro energy cables. Do I have enough? I need dielectric rods, which are fine, and then we can get ourselves a little bit extra of the nitro. Wait, what are these guys? Nitro crystals, fine. Fine. More dielectric rods. Craft up a bunch of you guys. The more of these I can get, the better, so might as well just craft up a full stack, because we're gonna need a lot of extra, but then I can just cable up here, and then now we've got power up here. All this stuff should be working. I'm gonna have to migrate everything from our previous system into this one, but yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. So east, pull off, there we go. And then that's gonna be that. That way this is its own system. Everything in these netherite barrels are actually counted. I'm gonna need to set up auto crafting at a different location and finish off this whole system, because gotta connect another one of those quantum link rings and a bunch of other stuff as well. And what I've been working on has mostly just been getting this window. I'm gonna put some stuff in the window. I'm gonna furnish it all out. That's gonna be cool. I really am liking the floor pattern. It looks really dope, to be honest. And overall, it's just looking sick, but I'm gonna have to grow, I think I'm gonna grow these trees. What are these trees? The blue enchanted and green enchanted log stuff, but mostly the blue, because the blue will grow the actual amethyst clusters off of them. And that's gonna look pretty dope, but I do think that working on the roof is gonna be the main goal of this episode, so I think I'm gonna start off with a very gradual slope and then go up from there. So I know this is like a little weird thing. I'm actually probably just gonna remove this tower entirely, so let's just do that real quick. Just because it's kind of in the way, it's been blocking me from taking care of and doing a couple other things, so I think we just completely remove it. Of course, we'll get some interesting stuff in the process, like some TNT and just some other random bits and bobs, but overall, we just want to make sure that this looks as good as it should, and it doesn't really look great with this guy taking up all the space right next to it, so just shift break the chest, deleting all the items in it. We got ourselves a trap chest, which is cool, I guess. And now we just gotta remove everything else, of course. Plenty of iron bars, which we do need for more dielectric rods, but, you know, that's a different thing entirely. But overall, this process has been taking quite some time, because I've been wanting to make sure that it looks as fleshed out as it can be. And the main thing with that is just, like, adding essentially shutters, which are the star anise panels on the outside of windows and such, and just adding those little shoot. Now I have to replace a bunch of stuff. This is why I didn't want to do this, but I had to because it was required. Wait, where's my... Well, at least it's maximum of a stack, right? So I mean, that's good, right? Because otherwise this would be an entire pain to take care of. There we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. That should be it, right? Looks like it. So it looks like I didn't even vein mine a full stack of stuff, but anyway, we gotta get the whole tower removed, because I don't want any of it remaining, just because it doesn't, like, it doesn't fit with the vibe that I'm going for. Maybe I do create an entirely separate tower, but I definitely don't think that we're gonna be doing that, at least not right now, so let's just shoot. I keep mining out a bunch of big holes, because I'm trying to just get rid of all these stupid one-block things. And for no reason at all, it says like that it works like a netherite effectiveness tool on all blocks, but But it really doesn't seem to work like that, because it seems to work much, much better when I'm breaking dirt and stone. Because it'll insta-mine the stone and stuff, but it won't insta-mine anything else. It won't insta-mine the wood. It won't insta-mine everything else. It's just like, no, I'll give you what I want, but it's never going to be what you want, because screw you. Anyway, let's get our sails. Where's my dirt at? There's the dirt at. Okay, perfect. And then I guess I can hole fill. Let's just fill a hole, fill a hole, fill a hole, hole filler. Fill a hole, fill a hole, fill a hole, hole fill. Perfect. And I guess I can even this location out a little bit more if I just get a little bit more dirt. So, dirt. We got plenty of dirt. Happy about that. Just even the slope out just so it looks a little better. Less of an overhang, more of like an actual, you know, slope. That looks fine. That looks better. Add something over here, something over there. Fill this whole little divot in. And then from here, I think what we can do is make a little outcropping to here with its own little hill thing. And then it will look more natural if we do it like this. Well, that doesn't look natural at all. I gotta remove that, add one there, one there. And then now it looks a little more natural. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And then we'll add a little bit of a ring just around this outer thing. Perfect. That fits. And now we're good on that. So now I think we can complete this top part, which is just going to be this. There we go. Perfect. 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 And it's not going to go into there. There we go. And now we've got to start the roof. So, I think I'm going to start it. I think I do start it out one. So we're gonna have to start it out here. Which is a little bit annoying. Because it means that I have to go around all these corners. And these corners are gonna be a little bit annoying. Should be fine, right? Yeah, there we go. And then we can just flop around all these corners. And then we'll have to do the interior part of it, which is going to be a little bit annoying as well. Because I don't think the inside part's going to corner as well as everything else does. But I should be able to make it work because we do got quite a few good materials for this, which is good. I'm very glad that it does do the lower shingle splining. Because otherwise, that spline along the middle would be a little bit annoying. Also, that splining there is a little annoying. I guess I was too close to the corner. Then we can just doop doop doop, and then doopity doopity doo. Perfect. And now we just continue along, and then I'm gonna finish this off right here, I think. And then we'll continue around a little bit of this, and we'll complete, because I might just choose to undo all of this, and so I want to make sure that it's what I want before I go all in with it. So we got to do a little bit of testing, which is what this is. So let's just do that, and then 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And now those guys are going to go up there, and we can pull out the deep slate flat shingles, and then go like that. I think that's how that's gonna work. And then it'll all curve perfectly around all that stuff, which is perfect. And then we can just continue going like so. And getting the roof to go perfectly. Also, the way I made this is you just combine a couple things in the what's it called, the artisan's workbench or whatever, the architect's cutter, and it goes kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, like, this looks so good. And even I chose the specific bottom things, and I chose deep slate for the shingles because I feel like the gray doesn't fully clash with the gilded blackstone, but it also adds just a really nice look to it. So I very much am enjoying this. But we're on to, I think I'm gonna do 3 layers of this type of thing. So then from there, we'll need to go and temporary block this out. Because now it's time to go like so. Now we just casually take care of this. Yeah. This is perfect. So then we just kind of, it's very weird the way that the transformations work with the mouse tweaks thing. So we could place things at a very awkward angle, and it will place them on a different block, but it'll change the rotation because of the rules for how these blocks place. It's just trying to just be really wild and wacky, but pretty cool at the same time. Anyway, let's just get these guys taken care of, because we got a whole load of these to take care of. We gotta do a whole lot of this roofing stuff, but I do think, I mean, now that I'm seeing it, I do think I do 3 full layers of this, and then I will do the next level, which is the more vertical, the actual deep slate shingle blocks themselves, because these are the lower flat shingles, which means that it's 1 block, and it looks like one more homogeneous deep slate tile thing. But then once we move to the other ones, it'll look more like multiple tiles, and it'll be more vertical. Which, honestly, I think I'm gonna do that after this one, actually, because I think that looks better. If instead of doing a ton of these, I do more of the actual deep slate itself, or the actual tiles themselves, because it's gonna look more like it's supposed to. And by that I mean more like an actual IRL roof that is built on top of a mansion in a mountain made out of gold covered stone from a different dimension. Because that's what happens in reality, you know? It just, yeah, no, you don't want it to go too crazy. But regardless, I'm gonna work on the interior after I finish the exterior, because I feel like interior features are much easier to take care of once we get the exterior fully taken care of, because if you don't have the exterior secure, then the interior is gonna have to move around and shift around depending on what we need inside, and I don't like the idea of shifting stuff around a whole ton while I'm still working on it. I want it to be like, once I'm done, then I'll finish everything up. But this is looking so good. Yeah, 1 flat slope, and then it'll slope deeper. Do I need to do one of these smaller slabs before I do that, or no? I might want to, but I do feel like once we finish this section of the roof, then I'm gonna get to planting the actual orchard around. Which, I don't know why my brain immediately went from one of those things to the other, but we're gonna have an actual orchard that I'm gonna plant behind us over in that area. Over that little space of house, because I just want to have a nice thing where we can have bees and plants and they're not going to run away and I don't have to worry about stuff, but it's not going to be an enclosed orchard. I'm just going to put bee breeding upgrades in all the hives so that as bees leave and other stuff, we can just get more for breeding. But anyway. Yeah, that looks a lot more steep. I like that a lot. And then we can do that, then that. Oh, oops, wrong way. And then that. Oops. And then that, and then that. And then remove all those temp blocks. And now we can just work on this upper section. I like the way that they're meshing. If they didn't mesh properly, I was going to add a small slope. And then adjacent to that would be these guys, but I think this works perfectly fine by itself. And it even takes the tiering properly from that as well, from that spline, which is really good, because I was worried that it would mess things up a little bit, but... Do need to do the area around the chimney. That's a my brain tells me things at random times. It's more like I go through a list of what I need to take care of for this in my brain, and it's like, oh, yeah, the chimney might be a shout for taking care of that with the actual shingles and such, because it might be a little bit different or interesting. And you know what? I completely agree. It could be quite interesting, so I may need to actually work on that. Oh my gosh. How did I place 3 of them wrong? There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then this is the one place I was gonna have an issue. So I think for this one, I'm gonna have to just put a thing of deep slate here. Yeah, I don't think there's any other way for me to combat that, because it's just a 1 gap, and I can't really fill a 1 gap with anything. I mean, I guess I could, right? I could do that. Does that look okay? Looks fine. Yeah, that works. I'll take it. Not perfect, but it'll work. And now you guys all know that there's a little flaw in the roof, so if you ever want to point it out to me, let me know. Also, I am not someone who does Minecraft design stuff, so if you're a design nerd in Minecraft, let me know. I think that's pretty cool, and I wish I could get better with my designs and stuff, and I really appreciate your guys' help with that, so... Yeah, like, everything is extremely helpful when it comes down to it, because I know nothing. And I know most of it has to do with, like, real design, but I just could not be bothered. Also, it looks like we're gonna have another one of those 1 gaps, so I'm gonna have to get used to using the lower shingles for that. Which is fine, it doesn't look terrible, it's just annoying that I have to do that for it. You know what, because of that, if we're going for that, then for the 2 gaps I can do that as well, just so that I don't have to worry about changing the contours of the ceiling too much. Or of the roof too much. Like, for certain things, I'd rather keep it more straight. And you know what, for those kinds of gaps, no reason to change it. I can just do that. And I know that it would do essentially the same thing if I did that with the actual shingles themselves, but it's more the way that it looks to me. Like, this looks a lot smoother than if it was something like jutting out, kind of like that, but just 1 or 2 units wide. So I know I can. It's more of a I don't want to. Anyway, we're out of shingles for now. Oh, never mind, I'm not. I lied. Okay, let's just take care of this for the rest of these shingles, and then we'll move on to planting the orchard, because I should have a bunch of those saplings, but if I need more, I can course, get a ton more. But I also need to work on the orchard, which I need a bunch of lumber bees for. Which I guess for the lumber bees, I could do... I mean, that works, right? I could baby catcher lumber bee hive things with the upgrades to give bee breeding a thing. Just put a bunch of trees in there, set it and forget it, I guess. Be kind of crazy. Anywho, let's take care of this next tier. We're almost down to a stack of these shingles left. Also, I do like the way that I've lit up the windows and stuff in this building. Because it's not like... They're not incredibly well lit, but they're not dim either. It's not like they're left to be in the dark. It's more like everything is where it needs to be. Also, I'm gonna do this for this one. Because I don't want to do that thing again. Having way too many splines on the corner there is gonna look really messed up, and I already know that there were already too many from having 4, but I just terminated 2 of them, so now there's 2 there, and then 1 more will be terminated in a second from this next one, but it's more just getting through this. We're so close to getting these top layers together, it's crazy. Oh my gosh, not again. And we're definitely gonna run out of shingles before I finish this area, but it's fine with me because we got to what we needed to take care of, and that's what makes it amazing. Anyway, so now we go like that's, and that's another one of them terminated. And then we're gonna have to do something else. I'm gonna have to put, I think, the ridge caps for the top for that location specifically, which means I need more. Oh my gosh, the moon is so bright. It's perfect, I love it. I love the way that the moon and everything looks in this mod pack. It's just so gorgeous. Anyway, let's go get green enchanted saplings, blue enchanted saplings. It's mostly gonna need to be the blue ones. Wait. Yeah, which is good. That's what I have most of. I'm not gonna put them too crazy. I think I'm gonna put one every little bit. Okay, maybe this is a bit too much, but I want it to be dense, but not overcrowded, you know? Like, not crazy overcrowded so you can't walk through it, but dense enough so that everything is, like, where it needs to be. Also, this is gonna be a little overgrown right over here, which is gonna look nice. And then put you guys down like that. I mean, fingers crossed these guys will all grow. I don't know, so I'm gonna mostly bone meal the ones that I want to grow. And then, for the most part, it's just gonna be getting these into locations that I need them to be, because holy, I do not have the most insane amount of these saplings. Down to my last, like, 10, dang. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll add another one there. Okay, we'll grow the ones in the front first. Perfect. Perfect. Uh-oh. 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 They started overriding the house. That's not great. Do I have more structural glass? I should, right? And then do I need to replace any glass? Nope. That's good. And I'll need to replace some of the paneling. Replace that glass. Need to replace flat gilded blackstone tiles, which thankfully I have plenty of. And then those will disappear automatically. That was almost not great at all. Okay, and then I need cocobolo logs, which thankfully I have plenty of. Don't need to replace any of the other logs. Cocobolo planks panels, and then blue maha planks panels, which is good, because I've got so many of these guys and they're so easy to make. Perfect, okay. So blue enchanted logs will go there, those will go there, and fingers crossed we don't get any more incidents like that. Maybe I remove them from the house by a little bit, so they don't accidentally grow into the house? Shoot. Okay, what about you? Will you grow? Nope. Will you grow? Shoot. Well, we can clear things up if they're in the house, so it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. If things grow into the house and they break, it's fine. It doesn't matter. There's a well in there. There we go. Okay, and then that'll close that up for the most part. There we go, okay. Will you grow? Nope. Okay, well that's actually probably a good thing. I want one to grow here at least. Wait, why are the blue ones not growing the budding amethyst stuff? Why will they not grow this? Imbued blue enchanted wood. Okay, I can use it for stuff, but how do I make it? Do I have to acquire it? Can I acquire it with that? I can. Okay. How much of this imbued do we have? You got one, and then some green as well. Okay. Well, I want this stuff to grow over here. So if I do this, will it grow properly? I'm hoping. I mean, I don't know if it'll spread. It probably won't, but wait, honestly, this looks kind of dope. To have some branches growing into our actual place. I kind of like that. But I do gotta clear it a little bit away from the fire. Okay, we'll leave those guys growing where they are. That works. But I do think also the reason why there's a little invisible thing is because we've got a portcullis where we can go in or we can't go in, but it's like a door, which is cool. It's pretty dope, to be honest. And now let's come over here. That guy grew really cool. Gonna have to harvest a bunch of stuff. I gotta clear this whole area out, but I do think this is where I'm gonna end the episode. I'm gonna make an orchard, I'm gonna finish the roof and do a bunch of stuff off camera, but until then, I will see you guys. GG's, peace, have a great day, see you guys next time, bye bye.